When I look back on the most progressive era in human history, it's after 1945, and that is not an accident. It goes back to the immense suffering of the first half of the 20th century. The world we were all born into was a product of the first half of the 20th century. And those who are in their older decades, we might not have lived experience of that, but we had parents and grandparents, and we studied it in school, and it was part of our lived historic experience to appreciate that this is not the natural order of things. This was a painfully constructed international order that made the best of a horrifying catastrophe. And I think, frankly, for those who were involved in this project, in that moment of history, and I think this is one thing that Americans can be very proud of in terms of, with partners, finding a way forward from 1945 and producing a level of peace and prosperity that literally is unprecedented in human history. We are losing that memory, right? So to the degree that political order, a sense of legitimacy, a sense of what justice means, and constraints on our potential for violence against each other, what happens as generations continue to click on that, my students weren't born when 9/11 happened, for example, certainly have no personal experience of great power conflict as Cold War kids have. So I think it's really important. What's on the horizon for Just War is we need to be creating conversations and educational opportunities to remind each new generation of the first half of the 20th century, because it was fundamental in shaping so much goodness that we are at the risk of losing.